Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Phoenix Point, where today we are finally tracking down the last of these Symes missions, at the very least. And then, I guess what comes next depends a lot on what what comes out of this, right? So, on our way down there, we can continue making trades. Oh, I think this is Project Glory finishing.
This is getting out of hand, Randolph. I won't stop my proto-civilization research, so tell the committee to back off. You're the director now. Please, help me. I need your support. This is not just some crackpot theory invented by your grandfather. The anomalous artifacts, the extraordinary technology predating Samaria by millennia. If you can't restart my project, I will go to the Vanadium Corporation. There's been another attack, Tobias. The excavation team is scared, and they aren't the only ones. What if the Pandorans know what we're doing and are trying to stop it? They aren't just brainless flesh puppets. I'm heading back to the lab. Be there. We need to discuss this in person.
Gross.
You're making a mistake, Colonel. The last Pandoran attacks were not an accident. They're targeting everyone related to Project Glory. Locking me in an isolation facility won't change a thing!
Take her away.
No!
Oh man, what's that? Guys in New Jericho armor being stupid assholes. Couldn't be. How could such a thing have occurred? Project Glory was a secretive attempt to study the nature of enigmatic ruins that predate Homo sapiens. Founded by the Phoenix Project and Vanadium Incorporated, it was led by the visionary archaeologist Dr. Helena Lewandowski. As often happens, the Phoenix Project and Vanadium Incorporated had a fallout. It appears Tobias West used force to apprehend Helena Lewandowski, and I suppose, our job is going to be to get her back. Once was considered to be the world's foremost scientist of prehistoric archaeology. We recently located her whereabouts at a secretive New Jericho facility and have reason to believe she is held there, against her will. Perhaps she will join us when free. One can only hope. So where is that? Oh, that's actually right next to our home base. Okay, that's cool. Does not matter for the moment. We gotta focus on the thing we're doing now. But yeah, that's definitely interesting. Hey, none of the havens around here have recruits, huh? Yeah, it doesn't. It's weird. Despite the fact that Synedrion theoretically likes us quite a bit, they're really not interested in making people available to us at all, huh? All right. I mean, it is what it is. So we have some people at Phoenix Alpha. I'm wondering if I should double back and grab somebody. Actually, before we move any further. And how long until we can recruit more? 0 days. Well, that's a pretty small number of days. We should probably grab somebody. Let's do that. We can have somebody with us gaining active XP. So let's do a little personnel movement here. From Phoenix Alpha, we are missing. So we have our sniper, we have our heavy. Continuing, the question is, do I want to train up the other sniper or the other heavy, I think? Because we have, assault coverage, I feel like. We do have Violet Rose, who is half heavy. We have Vailric, who has unspent levels, who could be trained into whatever as well. It is definitely compelling to go into heavy stuff because of the obviously because of the return fire and stuff, but maybe this person needs to just be turned into a full-time sniper since they have bonus accuracy and everything. Oh, I need to back up. My hand twitches are getting a little problematic. handgun proficiency is not really interesting. You have, yeah. I think I am going to go for sniper training here and just kit you out with sniper gear and make you a real sniper as best we can. So, extreme focus will be, of course, very valuable. Arm break, pretty much good no matter what you're using. Good enough to spend Phoenix points on it, or should I hold off until this guy trains up more? Maybe the latter. Actually, I guess for the moment you're going to be assault-like because we just don't have we don't have the manufacturing time. Like, as soon as I have the resources, I want to build the new airship, right? So it might be a minute before we have the time to create the gear to actually outfit you as a sniper. In which case, maybe that is exactly the reason that we want to take the sniper out and... Oh, right, except we don't have any... They don't come with weapons. You have to build the weapons. Well, I can give you some leg armor. We got some body armor that we could cobble together here. Is this better than just leaving you at base? Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, it's got to be, right? And like, even a person who is just an extra, grenade or an extra med kit that could be thrown, like, that's meaningful. Also, I flew all the way back over here without any research running. What am I doing? Let us... If we're thinking it's about time to build the new airship, then perhaps being able to build our own first assault recon modules is pretty important. We still have the basic Synedrion research, which maybe is required. What does the research actually do for? I mean, obviously it gives us tech, but I don't actually know what the value of it is. From there, we obviously don't need it to interact with their other technologies. All right, well, let's research the module here. Let's make it so that we can actually make a fully equipped and functional airship. And let's see how the rest of this stuff goes. So, will I be able to make the jump from here? No. Nor from here, actually, but I'll be able to. Yeah, this will be part of the chain. So we'll head over here to trade, like I said. Okay, a couple more havens showed up. We are interested in purchasing hexagons. Okay, what is the actual cost of the airship? Okay, I don't think there's any reason to hold off. Let's do that. Let us commit a ridiculously huge airship. Am I overdoing it a little bit? Could we just build a second Manticore and be fine? Probably. But the TMAT seems like a big fancy thing, and I want it. And from here, I guess just jump straight to it. We got things to do out in the world. Okay. So, the FAR provides +4 passenger slots at stamina recovery. We'll see how that works out in practice. Obviously, we're not going to be building it anytime soon, so I guess the research could have waited. Since this is fast, let's knock this out too. Alright, our operatives have discovered the cryogenics laboratory Symes mentioned in his notes. It appears to have been a government facility, possibly a black site of some kind. Far as we can tell, Symes came here to examine samples collected in the 60s. Unfortunately, the facility has been compromised, and now functions as a base for a group of raiders which seems to be the fate of every freestanding structure on the surface of the planet. Let's do it as best we can. Please, everybody, be careful. Let's try not to get the new kid immediately slaughtered. So, I would still like to recruit another Berserker. Like, Berserker seems like it has some useful stuff. We're going to have to get a lot more food. In order to hit our full 16 population, we're going to have to get a lot more food. But we have reasonable food income for now. Okay. So, for the moment, things are quiet. There is an objective indicator in front of this console. And that's that, huh? I wonder if it might be best. Okay, especially if the evac zone is over here. This redoubles my thinking. I was going to say, I wonder if it might be best to creep up on this by heading along this side of the map and then heading up, instead of cutting through the middle where, like, if they have people in these buildings, would just be, like, in the open, shootable from every direction at the same time.
Catch me if you can. We've got incoming.
You're facing a gang called the Toxic Boys. Their leader is Outlaw, using the tactic assisted targeting. While the leader is alive, each ally gains 15% accuracy per ally within 12 tiles, up to a 60% total bonus. That's too fucking much bonus accuracy. Okay, and that one that we see there is just a melee guy. Well, I don't care for that. I don't think it changes anything.
They can't stop me.
I could, I suppose, be employing some jetpacks or whatever, but we should probably hold on to our will points. I'm spending a lot of upgrade resources on abilities, and don't get me wrong, the abilities are important. But I do think that we have had underlined to some degree the importance of having a lot of stats. I think you should be okay. I mean, whatever. If they see us because Alphabet was out in the open a little bit, it's not really a big deal. But yeah, I think a lot of us could use a little bit more will. Okay, yeah, they clearly are aware of us now. That's not a big deal. That guy looks plenty shootable. And I don't really care about his bonus accuracy. What with the, unless he's going to hurl that axe at me, Agent 47 style. I am a little worried about the number of enemies that is suggested by the amount of time that we're spending just sitting here stationary in the enemy turn. How many guys are we going to have to kill?
Here I am. Let's do this.
All right, what do you got? Looks like a pretty good shot, in fact. Can I guarantee the arm? Probably not. Guarantee the head. All right, let's lean it arm-wise. I don't know for sure that weapon's unusable without. It might be the case that you don't actually need both arms to swing that. But I guess there's nothing else for most of us to shoot at right now, so may as well just put them away. You had loot. Is it? I mean, I assume it's the axe. The axe might be worth having. So his stuff is down in that tile, so we should be able to loot it from here. I'm going to move Jacob up here in the hopes that we'll see somebody else. No such luck. The axe is not actually a very interesting weapon at all, but it is loot.
There.
And of course, now he sees somebody. A raider named Strife. Not very imaginative. I don't know if I want to go all the way around this rock. I mean, it might be that Jacob is in the direction we want to push up. Okay, you should just run really fast.
Dancing.
You're almost certainly going to end up, you know, outside the battle anyway. Apparently this massive fence counts as full cover. I mean, I'm fully visible. Okay, you know what? I'm going to take the game's word for it and just be very annoyed when it turns out that it doesn't work. That's the path I've chosen to take. Okay, there's their boss. 12 tiles is such a huge range, right? Okay. Wow. Wow, that dude's got an arm. Holy hell, that was a throw. And oh no, my cover. Okay, so most of them are just running around with axes. Seems like the guns are fairly fairly rare. They do have a lot of explosives. That's pretty low health. Oh, an extra guy. Okay, cool. So am I going to have a beginning of turn bleed out because they decided to... No, okay. Well, shockingly, I'm going to have Jacob heal.
I just need to catch my breath.
All right, let's remove all of that. Man, their explosive play is basically like there's nothing you could do about that. If they're willing to have enough guys throw grenades at you, like they could just take down anyone in any situation.
I'm prepared.
And you with literally no resource, no recourse at all. So, so any one of them that shoots at us is going to get a full 60% bonus. You take these guns pretty seriously. There's no version of this where they don't get maximum assistive aim. I really, really, really wish Irina was not in a position where she had to move in order to attack. I'd love to be able to do 2 quick shots. Yeah, and that is not very tight. Okay, we can pretty well guarantee a hit. Not guarantee, but you know, we can make it real likely. Most likely to hit the gun, honestly. But it might be a torso hit instead. That gun is almost destroyed by a single shot. I think I am going to turn this into a quick aim so that I have the resources left for an Overwatch afterward. And we're just going to aim as center as possible and see what gets hit. That looked like blood. It was a splash of blood that came out of the gun. Cool. Alright, I'm going to leave you, but we know what we intend to do with your last AP. Nope, we won't just like lean around her like she's cover. Okay, Sato's
Preparing to
closest.
fire.
But we can't guarantee any hits at all with Sato. His accuracy is so bad. I could do an Overwatch, not an Overwatch jump, but I could do a leap. You can do a quick shot. And the leap does get me maximum overview, as well as a position that's actually quite difficult for them to approach because this ladder goes to nowhere. I might eat the Overwatch is the problem. I'm trying to prevent that Overwatch shot from occurring. Oh, Jacob's gun got destroyed.
Taking action.
Well, one good turn deserves another. Okay, they grenaded out my gun. I grenaded out their gun. We are, in fact, going to take this jet jump because it seems pretty free. Followed by a quick aim. Yeah, it's got to be this one, right? They got a real strange order of picking targets, but it's got to be you. It's a lot of missing. A lot of just kind of doing a bad job for no reason. Alright, you have 7 will. The thing is, these guys are so
Yes.
close and so numerous that I worry there's literally no way to keep them out of us. Like, Jacob is dead now. And I don't know that that was ever stoppable. That's where my head's at right now.
I was born ready.
You don't have any particular skills. So all you can do is fire guns several times. But it's crazy how out of position we have to get in order to be able to aim at any of them. Yeah, almost none of these guys are just like are targetable.
Ready for action.
This is really, really grim. Okay, so I can't fire my gun and do almost anything. They have only one gun left, so cover's about to stop mattering. I can't like use quick aim to Overwatch, unfortunately. So we can't like grenade into an Overwatch. If I could see anybody else, anybody who still mattered with only one movement, I could quick aim into an Overwatch with this character, but that's not an option. So I'm just trying to figure out how we're going to have enough attacks to matter, and I think the answer is that we can't. We're not going to be able to stop the number of them that are moving in. Try to break their will. Don't have a good sense of it. 7, 11. So that's not happening. They lose like 3 will when you kill one of them. We could cause some panics and stuff, but we're definitely not going to be able to kill enough of them to take out someone with 11 will. All right, I think the best thing we can do here is move forward a little bit.
Aiming. Aiming.
Just do some damage and then Overwatch because I can't shoot any of the targets that actually matter yet. May as well wait until they get pretty close. You also can pretty much only Overwatch. I really want to shoot at the one with the gun, obviously. How bad is this shot? It's pretty bad. And your Overwatch will be quite good. Yeah, I think we have to rely on Omar being in the open a little bit here as far as the Overwatch goes. Or as far as the guy shooting goes, like Omar will be in a position where they're inclined to shoot him. And that's good news for us. Nobody's gonna flank. Yeah, this is far enough back. Try to pick up as many of the invaders as possible. I don't really want to run Elisa out in the open in that same way and just try to take pot shots because I think she will actually die if she gets shot. She doesn't have that heavy armor, so she's just gonna.
On the lookout. Nice.
Okay.
Here we go.
Pretty good start. Okay, shooting at somebody out of cover makes sense. It's unfortunate that he was able to hit Elena. I was hoping that she would be pretty safe back there. Do you also have a grenade? No, you just have the ability to step aside. Catch some return fire though. Return fire, always good. And then some wiggling occurs. We do some wiggling and we teleport. And then we unteleport? Huh. That was strange. More grenades. Fortunately, it was a really bad throw. I can't imagine that was what he was trying to do, right? Okay, so first things first. Sato. Sato has 3 AP, or 3 willpower. Sato's going to be pretty important to our overall goals here. So, Jacob dieharded.
Standing by.
It's a big deal. It's his survival there is narrow. How much shot do you have here? It's actually pretty good. I think we got to take that. We're going to quick aim it. I'm going to have Jacob just run to evac. Jacob has exhausted any of the things he might be able to do in this mission, and I am going to have him just leave the battlefield.
Comms online.
I did not play optimally with him. It's a miracle he's still alive. Let's enjoy the miracle. All right, again, just as much body as possible in the circles. Cool, hit 0. Nice. Definitely good.
Zooming in.
Relying on some toughness here, I guess, to keep you alive. Nice. Very nice. Is that death? 12. You fucker. Well, that does give us a pretty good grenade throw, right? Now, your weapon, is it classified as a two-handed weapon? Hands to use one. Okay. So what I want to see is somebody dead so that Sato can get some will back. I'm trying to use everybody else to build up
Acquiring
Sato's
targets.
willpower. Really? That's the only person you can see? That sucks. Well, let's move to here. And she has crazy willpower, but she'll never be in a position where she's allowed to shoot twice, so it won't matter.
Gotcha.
And that's a kill, except it's not actually a kill, so that we don't get the willpower back from it. So this is just going to miss. I would be better off with her overwatching. Wow, they really calculated their movement carefully there, huh? Just barely not able to hit both of them. Okay, well, somebody's got to actually kill this guy. Can I get a position on that dude? Sort of. Yeah, this rock formation is proving to be troublesome. I could run all the way up here. I suppose this is not actually a horrible spot. As far as like who's left and... Yeah, let's do it. Alright, how much will do you have? You have 4.
On it.
So this is pretty assured and will stay assured if I spend, I think. I won't be able to use the last AP to Overwatch. I won't be able to use the last AP for anything because we won't have resources. We won't have any will. So I guess I'm just going to actually just take the shot here. Alright, that did not regain... It only regains willpower for the killer. It's not the whole squad. Okay, I was misremembering that. Okay, well, I can get a couple of reasonable shots off here with Sato. So let's start with a quick shot. Oh, I didn't realize I couldn't see you. Oops. Well, yeah, this is the shot we're taking, I think. Right, because these look a little... Yeah, there's way too much empty space in the circle. Alright, let's go here and just kind of center you and see. Pretty good. And then... You're not actually going to die. So I think I am going to move to a position where I can make sure that that kill happens. As sad as it is to have to use a shot on that,
On the move.
I do not want this person getting to fire their rifle because they had 2 HP left.
That actually worked.
I think that would be tremendously horrible for all of us. And then I guess the question is, do I think this is a better position overall? Probably. Yeah, we'll just take the free move back to here. All right, that does not leave us with a lot of defenses left, but obviously, you know, a lot of the dangerous stuff is pretty dealt with.
I got this covered.
Okay, we don't want to shoot at anybody who's not actually coming in. We did cause a little bit of a panic there. We've done a lot of damage to their squad overall. You're just leaving, that's fine. And you are presumably going for the flank, which is going to require... I mean, the only way to get up to this platform is that ladder, so I'm not really sure what the plan is there.
Ready. This better work.
Does Sato really just not have vision of the... No, I guess not. Okay, one problem at a time. Arena has no shots on anybody. From anywhere. Oh, that's interesting. You know what? I will take that. Oh boy, that's not much. Good enough. Good for us, bad for their team. You... Sorry, you don't have a shot. So this one was panicked. Yeah, a turn. So we have to expect them to behave normally on the next turn. Where are you at, Will-wise? 4. So I have to not expect that I will get another panic out of you. I guess let's go ahead and make this a fast one then. Try to preserve the ability to move and shoot at the other guy. Well, I guess I have some free movement there, but whatever. Alright, got him right in the torso. That'll show him. You know what, hold on to your free movement until I'm done. I think we are
In my sights.
out of the woods here.
One more to the list.
Alright, Omar's got some
No time to waste.
carry weight available, I believe. Let us see what we're looking at here. An Ares AR. This is a replacement for the assault rifle that we just lost. Okay. Cool stuff. Good things to steal. And we don't know of any other enemies, right? There's the one who's fleeing, but aside from that, I think that's everybody. Thanks to Arena's excellent window shot. There's still loot to pick up. I'm going to have Sato move over here and approach the objective, I think. Because my guess is that we've dealt with all of them. I guess I don't need to be in a huge hurry.
On the move.
Whatever. Let's press on a little bit. I'm not going to like totally expose myself, but okay, so we can see it. It looks like it's available.
Double time.
All right, you're going to approach this other place where we can steal stuff. Let's see about some loot. Oh,
Taking a quick break.
interesting. Are you coming back to the battlefield? Why would you do that? I can't say I think that's a good idea. Okay, just another axe. We're going to end up with a whole lot of these by the time we're done here. What in the hell are you doing out there? You chose the recovered action.
What are we doing?
We're just making sure, Sato, that's all. What we are doing is not letting things go wrong at the last moment.
Pushing on.
More axes? No, more Phoenix ARs. Okay. Or Ares ARs.
Proceeding.
Interesting that they have specifically our
Sprinting.
manufactured weapons. I wonder how that came to be. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing running everybody over here. We're all going to have to go back to the corner anyway. I started running everybody over for the loot. I guess we're in a better position to support Sato if he gets ambushed or something. Oh, okay. It's not even going to make me walk home. I guess because, I mean, the map is totally clear, so. I cannot believe Boromir didn't get a whole level up out of that. Like, I know she only killed one person, but she killed a person in close combat. It feels like it's worth something. And then also to be on the mission that survived that deployment. I got to be more careful about, like, I did not learn well enough the lesson from the loss of our Berserker there. I moved up too aggressively because I'm always thinking the closer is better. Which, you know, obviously it's nice to be able to shoot the enemies, but.
In the 1960s, the Phoenix Project clashed with an unknown intelligence outfit associated with the CIA. One of these clashes concerned the cultures stored in this lab, said to be responsible for a terrible plague somewhere in what was then called the Third World. At the time of his death, my great-grandfather was trying to force the CIA to at least share some samples, but they denied everything, even the existence of this lab. It looks like the research was abandoned in the late 1970s. I'm not sure why. The samples are degraded, but if my analysis is correct, this is the Pandoravirus. Sometimes I wonder whether the only reason we survived as a species is sheer luck.
Boy, it sure is a good thing that we trusted this stuff was important, given how important it has turned out to be. Alright, facility secured. Our operatives have carefully retrieved the viral samples that were stored here. They're in less than ideal shape, but preliminary analysis suggests it's extremely likely that we're looking at some version of the Pandoravirus. A more rigorous analysis will be initiated immediately. Seems like a good idea. Get me some mags. And head us home, yeah? We're going to want to get ready to handle this thing for sure. We got to do some research. We got to heal our people up. We got to probably trade you out for somebody who's a little bit more skilled before we attack a New Jericho Haven. Yeah, I think that probably makes sense. So manufacturing is running, research is running. We can hire on some new folks. 0 days. Jacob leveled up, despite nearly dying, or perhaps because of nearly dying. He's got 75 skill points left. So, an ally within 10 tiles recovers 2 action points, limited to 1 use per turn, and it costs 2 of my action points. So it's not generating, it's just passing them around. Still, though, it seems like it could be good. Next shot with the assault rifle uses double burst and gains 30% accuracy, costing 3 action points. So it will be something that you do next turn. This is like preparatory if you're willing to. Action points 3 is actually a really significant cost. This is a turn where you don't do anything, even move very much. And But you're prepaying for your next assault rifle burst. Probably at the very least worth having. Killing an enemy grants allies more will. Hell yes. And then I don't think Onslaught is bad. Being able to massage where on the team action points belong, or action points are, is a good thing. However, I might suggest that at the moment, the place where action points are most effectively used is probably on Jacob. Right? So maybe we skip that for now and instead pass Jacob a little bit more willpower. And then he should have extreme focus. It is an error for him not to have extreme focus. I didn't lock in the skill points for whatever reason. Does it not do that until I navigate away, or? Okay, weird system. And then we need to build some more grenades too. I always forget to build grenades. Is there a? So there's not like a fast grenade button on the screen. If you have a grenade, you can press plus grenade. But in the situation where you need to plus grenade most, which is that you do not have one anymore, you cannot do that. That seems like an error to me. Okay. Still haven't got the ability to re-ammo this thing. We got to figure that out. While it's not working, it is consuming weight, but it's not affecting my stats in any other way. It's probably fine to just leave it equipped in case we should happen to stumble across a missile in the field. So these ARs that we're finding in the field, they are exactly statistically identical. They have a slightly different paint job, it looks like. It's curious. Sokolova should have a med kit. Doesn't necessarily need it. Well, I guess there's no reason for her to have a magazine in her hands. Is everybody else good on nades? Well, some of us don't. Some of us are not in fighting shape right now. That's true. We do have the tank. I could bring the tank to the Jericho assault. Oh yeah, the other thing that's true that I was not paying attention to. Right, I got to remember, it only shows class-specific armor by default. It may be worth throwing a different helmet on you. Yeah, I mean, this is a +6 accuracy helmet. Plus, that's like a cool look. Right, you are sadly not proficient with the rifle. And there's nothing that we're going to be able to do about that. We can eventually give you heavy weapon proficiency, but at the same time that we could buy you rifle proficiency. So, yeah, all right, we'll get stuff figured out. All right, did I? No, you leveled up, and I visited your character sheet, so it removed the notification, but I did not spend your many SP. If you take damage during the enemy turn, your attacks deal more damage. If you take damage during the enemy turn, you're dead so frequently. Ready for action, though, is probably worth having. Shred damage reduced by half. Just keep your armor in better shape throughout the mission. I think we can probably take that. And then I'm also going to give you some more will. You are a person who would make excellent use of it. Okay. All right, let's head home, and we'll continue to recruit new people into Phoenix Alpha to have a standing crew there, but the fact that they don't have any guns kind of makes that a paper tiger. So as far as Haven recruits go, like, where are any of these worth having, and where are those ones? Perception weight up, carry weight down, speed up is interesting. Natural assault weapon proficiency, and then counter for the carry weight penalty. So strength, speed, perception all up. That's interesting. Where's Dalton Tanner? Okay. We do have another Berserker, one who's immune to daze effects and has a pretty decently armored head. Has +2 speed. -2 willpower is a shame. Ah, The ability to naturally get shotgun proficiency, not needing to have to spend your secondary class for it, is certainly interesting. Although, wait, does this class... do they naturally have it? And then Hunter to offset the accuracy penalty of the head. Yeah, that's compelling. You're a little expensive, but we can probably do like a food trade somewhere on our way back. So actually, what I should probably do is just drop off the new girl. It was good to bring her. Yeah, no, I know that I know Jacobs needs to rest. I'm going to choose not to rob them of their airship. I think that the feelings that they would have about that would probably be consequential for us, let's say.
Research complete.
All right, Synedrion is an amalgamation of several political movements with roots in social ecology, anarcho-syndicalism, and similar belief systems. Built on a strong opposition to hierarchies, Synedrion is egalitarian and radically democratic, with decisions being made via public assembly. Despite this, certain more prominent individuals do exist, and two streams of thought have begun to crystallize. The polyphonic tendency, who believe that the origin of humanity's dysfunctional relationship with the environment lies in hierarchies of dominance, and the terraformers, who believe in putting humans first and are less opposed to the idea of leadership. The current official goal of Synedrion is finding a way of coexisting within the new ecosystem, but that goal is being challenged from within.
Synedrion was built on a dream, a world without hierarchies, without leaders, where human beings could embrace the potential of technology without its destructive side effects. The radicals of the old world had been proven right. The status quo could not sustain itself. But what now? What was the next step? Some argued for coexistence with the Pandoran ecosystem, hoping for a peaceful solution. Others advocated putting humanity before nature and claiming the planet for themselves. Trusting in the safety of their havens, the people of Synedrion argued about the best way forward. But the Pandoravirus had little interest in their arguments, and its power was still growing.
Which itself, I guess, is a pretty strong argument for the we're going to have to learn to live with it thing. All right, so let's do a little trade here. I would love some of your finest apples. Okay. Because we do want to be researching, or not researching, gathering more people. Let's fly up here. Oh, wait, I was going to drop people off. Okay, people are doing training. Trade from you, I would rather have. Gonna start rebuilding our supply of hexagons here. All right, Alyssa, congratulations. You're in charge of Phoenix Alpha. They have like 200 over here. Oh, right, research, right. It should be more obvious. Okay, so, I mean, researching the Pandoravirus seems like a pretty big deal. Pandoran capture and containment can probably wait, given that we're, gearing up mostly for conflict against other humans at the moment. We are always gathering so much tech. Okay, we're just going to have to go through there, and this is the location of that person that we're trying to hire. The mist continues to creep inland, which I do not love. All right, welcome aboard, Soren. We are going to need some serious R&R time for Jacob. Marketplace has new stuff. I care about that, but here's what I care about the most. So, at the very least, we gotta let Jacob heal up. Do you want breathe mist? Not so badly that I'll spend a bunch of extra resources on it. Let's see, your body armor seems pretty bad. 14 armor with an accuracy penalty. I guess it gives plus speed. Something to be said. We don't have a lot of extra pieces right now anyway. You have your Nurgle's Wrath, which we do have a bonus bag for. Do I want you to also carry a grenade? Probably. So the question is it grenade out or is it med kit out? I mean, you want to believe that you're going to be able to... You're going to be able to back up and have time to manage it if you need the med kit. And so we will try. So we will try to believe that. All right. New sniper recruit, probably worthwhile. 10% bonus accuracy. Jetpack proficiency. Yeah, you're all right. You seem fine. So let's real quickly here generate some more food. I'm going to pop you off here at Phoenix Point, and we're gonna bring. Rose has gear, right? Yeah, let's bring Rose with us, maybe. %10 bonus accuracy. Maybe Valric. Maybe it's Valric. I'm looking at the combat stats over here. Okay, we'll bring Valric with us, and we'll run around and try to pick up the food necessary to hire the new recruit here, because I do think that that's worthwhile. Wow, y'all have a lot of food. I would love some trade. Let's trade tech. Okay, 420 is sufficient, right? Oh, wait, sorry. I want to deploy you over here in Phoenix Alpha. We gotta get some more stuff built in Alpha, too, right? Like, Alpha has a training facility, but I'd like more than one. So that's 250. And then, yeah, we could build research labs or something. And honestly, we have a lot of room there. It's possible that I could stand to build even more. For right now, I'm gonna move down here. We're gonna. Oh right, sorry. This is a New Jericho. They don't. They do not trade openly with me. A lot of elite training facilities being constructed by people the world over. Okay. I suppose we could just start hitting up New Jericho for resources, right? The most obvious downside of that is that they're it just requires our people to be available for that instead of all of the other things we always have to be doing. Okay, and then at this point, I would like to be prepping for the Fort Jericho attack. They are on medium alert. Feels like the kind of thing we want to get done sooner rather than later. Jacob is recovering. He's getting there. Let me fly back home. Well, that's no good. We've received an automated message, an automated emergency transmission from a new Jericho science facility. The message is composed of the word overrun repeated in loop. Tracking down the location of the transmission has revealed some security footage.
So, New Jericho continues to expand its military capabilities, this time with a new class of soldier. The technician, robotic arms, cranial input hubs. It all sounds very impressive, and we are not exactly opposed to this development. But we do wonder, when is New Jericho going to invest in anything other than war? Yes, we need to achieve some kind of peace. And we in Synedrion aren't unwilling to fight. But winning is more than just building the biggest army. To win, we need a functional infrastructure. We need people who can plan. We need a system that works.
I mean, that's hard to argue with. Okay, so we still got lots of time left on a lot of our researches and stuff. How's Jacob feeling? Jacob's feeling almost okay. Got people leveling up over in the other base. I'm not going to bother spending their levels right now. Not until it's more relevant. Because we can have more information when we make those decisions, right? So let me just... I guess the thing to do here, if I want to fast forward while watching Jacob's progress, the thing to do is to load him into the Manticore. Okay, you somehow are also not actually back together. All right, there we go. Crew of Manticore 1 fully healed and rested, and ready to raise some hell. And I think that is going to be the plan for next time. Nope, did that. Okay, and my whole everything crashed when I tried to bring up the credits scroll at the end of the episode there, which is worrying. Computer becoming more haunted by the moment. But I'm just going to assume everything saved fine and is fine, and it's all going to be fine. So, when you come back next time, we're taking down New Jericho, we're rescuing Helena Lewandowski, and hopefully no more casualties. Fingers crossed to doing so without Jacob getting killed even once. And we'll see you then.